Hey, what's going on? Rasan's back here with the JitsCast here with
Mauricio Alonso.
finally.
How are you guys?
Yeah.
Finally, I'm back, right?
Yeah, and it's been a long time. I haven't done a podcast for this in like a month.
Yes. Because my fight, and then after my fight, I still would some days going to train still at noontime, and this schedule being keeping us apart.
Yeah, but it's all good though.
Yeah,
I'm still training. Actually, no, I missed like 2 weeks of jiu-jitsu because I went on vacation. Then I got sick, and so today's like kind of my sort of first official day back, and still not feeling 100% yet. But it's all good.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Always good.
Yeah. I'm probably sweat out like a couple pounds easily in like a couple minutes.
But
So.
you getting back from a sickness, that's okay.
Yeah.
Getting back. How are you, Hassan?
Doing all right. You know, had a great vacation. Got to go down to SoCal, meet some fucking nerds. It was great. Wanted to go train.
What is that? Comic shit?
Yeah, I went to. Well, I did WonderCon, which is like a really big like nerd expo. It's like mainly like comics, gaming, anime, shit like that. And then I did a thing called SVVR, Silicon Valley VR Expo. That was a lot of fun. Got to see the latest and greatest with virtual technology. So.
Nice.
What about you,
I'm
man?
scared this virtual technology, 3D shit that you see. Maybe people gonna live on that place forever.
Wait till you see 3D porn. Change your life.
Jesus Christ.
So how's training been going? I know your last fight was Josh Koscheck, but you got anything coming up?
Not yet. My last fight was Josh Koscheck, Bellator 172, February 18. Nice way to finish a night like that.
Great victory.
Was nice. And big crowd, almost 100% full, the SAP. I think if it was not 22 or 21,000 people, that is the maximum capacity there, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
It was around 18 or 17 people at this time.
Nice.
Live on Spike TV, whole world. It was nice.
Yeah, I watched it live. Couldn't make it, but definitely watched it live for support.
Yeah, my friends in Brazil, my family, my son was watching live. It was pretty nice in Brazil. They was watching live. And they have fun there too.
Very good. So you still keeping up on training just in case you get a last minute call?
Yes, I'm still training. I am heavier again, right? But I'm training every day. I get like 30 pounds back again, so 170 for 200 again. So I'm stick with 200, and I hope to get a call soon.
Well, that's like your natural weight is like around 200 pounds, right?
Yeah.
You're pretty tall. So.
I never go too over than 200. When I'm really like full fat, 207, 210. Don't go over than that, but 200 is actually my natural weight off.
Nice.
Training.
So we have.
When I go to camps, like let's say start to training on the first 2 weeks, I already lost 10 or 15 pounds.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to lose weight when you're training.
So the last actually from when is the hard part for 170 for me is from 185 to 170. Is where I have to be really stick with the regiment to don't miss it, the weight and be there with quality. You know, the last time I did 170 was perfect. Nice. I was 179, 169 one day before the weigh-in.
Wow.
So I sleep and like from the night before the sleep, I was waking up during the night drinking water and Pedialyte already. Good. I was going to the weigh-ins, recovering already, not dying.
Nice. Speaking of weigh-ins, there was a weigh-in controversy over the weekend with Daniel Cormeir. Did you see that?
He didn't make weight.
No, he held on. There's no way he can lose that much weight in a couple of minutes.
He didn't make weight. That towel stuff. When I watching that shit, and the guys, he's making weight. I look by myself, but he's holding the fucking towel, guys.
Yeah, for you guys that are confused, basically.
This is an old school trick, man. Wrestling and jiu-jitsu tournaments in Brazil. You used to go behind the scale and touch your finger on your partner. When your teammate, no, look at that, he made weight. That's towel trick. So, smart for his part, very smart to realize that and do that, because it was his last resort. And as an athlete at his level that he's competing, my friend, he gonna use all last resorts to win or to keep the fight going, to keep that title fight going. Actually, he didn't make weight. He did a last resort desperation trick works.
He had time.
Kept the title. Huh?
He had time to make weight. That was the weird part.
Yeah. So now, if you have 2-3 months to advance and don't make weight with that time, is, porra, you can't do that at this level, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But he did win. He won in convincing fashion. So.
No, I'm not contesting his victory and that he's the real 205 champion. I'm contesting that he didn't make weight there.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He definitely didn't make weight. It was impossible. He lost 1.2 pounds in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, only if he had instant diarrhea and shit his brains in 30. Maybe it might happen. We don't know. But the towel situation happened that we see. So, and I think that helps. But it doesn't change the result, and he's the champion, and he deserves to be the champion.
Yeah, there was another controversy too. I don't know if you watched the Chris Weidman fight. Did you notice that?
I noticed that.
Yeah.
I noticed that, and this is going to still happening more and more now with this change rule.
Let me break it down for the listeners and the viewers.
Yeah.
Basically, it was Chris Weidman versus Gegard Mousasi. Mousasi's a really good fighter, and basically what happened was they used to have a rule in the UFC where if you had two hands on the ground but you were on your feet, not on your knees, you were considered a down position, so you can't knee your opponent in the head. What people were doing is they kept putting their hands in the ground just to avoid knees.
Exactly.
And so they made it so they kept one hand down. So now you need both hands down.
Exactly.
For the rule, right? And so what Gegard Mousasi did was he had Chris Weidman kind of folded over, and what he did was he would lift Weidman up and then knee him in the head, right? And so he did it twice, but he lifted him up before he did that. So
the hand was not on the ground.
Yeah.
And it was but one instant of second, man.
Yeah, it was perfectly timed.
How many times did you really need to watch on a replay to see that was a legal knee?
Just once. I saw it once and I was like, this is totally legal.
But on that time, is too quick. Is a rule, new rule that is going to confuse a lot of people. This kind of controversy. You know what, on my opinion, I was supposed to do? Allow the knees everywhere now, man, this way. Because this is a cheap way to wrestlers cheat to don't get beat. They shoot the legs, they cannot take somebody down, so they go on that position to stand up again. So they don't have to pull guard. So that's take care, man. It's a resource for wrestlers work better and more safe, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't understand the rule. It's like, all right, if you're in that position, you have to get out of that position. I mean, that should be your first priority. Is if you're bent over like that, get out of that position. I mean, either pull guard or get away from it. You got to do something to defend yourself. You can't just touch the ground because in a real fight, nobody's gonna stop you if you touch the ground.
No.
Doesn't make any fucking sense.
No. Even like they should allow the knees, even when the guy maybe at least with the two hands on the ground standing, allowed, even with the two hands on the ground, because if the guy on his knees, okay, he already on his knees, he basically is on the knees, then it's very confident to throw a knee from there when the guy is like a dog, four spots on the ground on his knees. But if he's standing with both hands on the ground, that means he's alive. Maybe if the guy already on his knees, he took a knockdown or something, and he's already bad there.
Yeah.
But with the guy with two hands on the ground like that, Weidman was, I think from that position should be allowed even with both hands on the ground and knees on the face. Yeah. I really think and maybe this happened because how many times is gonna happen the same situation now? Especially because Mousasi trained there. He said, I pull him on purpose. How many guys gonna do that now? How many fighters gonna do that now? And they're gonna create the same controversy. And then they're gonna listen to that. They're gonna stop the fight. I don't know, but they can use the replay. Okay. Then you throw two knees or three knees. The guy got kind of knocked down, not knocked out, but knocked down. And then the referee stop. Then he go there to check the knees. And while that, this guy that took the knees were recovering. Okay, illegal knees. Took a point, are you okay to go? No, you're not okay to go, no contest. Okay. Okay, is a illegal knee, you okay to go? No, I can't keep going. Okay, go fight. Or was a legal knee. legal knee. So it's a knocked like he considered with Weidman, TKO, because the referee stepped the fight, or gonna recover the fight. Then it's no fair for both sides. Let's say was just a knockdown, and the referee stopped the fight, considering that it was a illegal knee, as Miragliotta did. Right? Was the Miragliotta, right?
Yeah, it was.
So as the Miragliotta did. On that instinct, he did the right thing because that's a new stuff. Imagine if he didn't consider, he did go right on that moment, for my opinion, right? So then he went to check the video. That is the gray area. Okay, the knee was legal. What are we gonna do? Recover the fight, but then Mousasi gonna be not in trouble, but
he's at a disadvantage.
Disadvantage, because he was in a knockdown situation, about to finish a fight.
Yeah.
Right? And then he have to stop everything, and then what are you gonna do? Okay, go back to the same position. Very complicated on MMA, going back exactly to the same position, same momentum, same timing.
Yeah.
Right?
Especially because before that, he had hit him with a decent combination of punches.
Exactly. So Weidman was hurt, right? So, okay, but even he could survive, yes, he could survive. That happened before, okay, but the probability was low.
Yeah.
So then it's unfair for both. I don't know, man. It's a gray area. I think the best resolution is change the rule again and allow the knees with the both hands on the ground, because that's gonna avoid guys to defend themselves like a bitches doing that, because it's a bitch shit, it's a pussy shit, you know. Oh, I know he cannot name me here. I'm gonna put my hand. I'm gonna use that. Yeah. It's a fight, man. We're there to fight, you know. So you enter, you shoot a takedown. The guy defend. You have both hands on the ground, or you get the fuck out of there, or you pull guard and sit back and pull guard and work your skills, right? So I think that would be the best option, you know.
Yeah,
to tell you the truth.
I agree. Just a little bit of controversy. I mean, they were always going to have them. It's funny, I haven't actually been watching them.
Yeah, but this specific this situation, that situation happens a lot.
Yeah.
And this kind of specific gonna happen a lot. So gonna be trouble every single show. More than eye pokes. 10,000 times more than eye pokes. Some shit like that.
Yeah. Eye pokes need to change the gloves.
Because eye poke is not a rule, it's happen. Or happen or don't happen. Right?
Yeah.
You can see if it happened or not, the guy really hurt the eye or not.
Yeah.
That situation there, you can't.
So let's change subjects a little bit to.
You can't by the moment without the replay know if it's a legal knee or illegal knee.
Yeah.
Then marriage happened the same situation 2 times in the same fight. When you stop the fucking fight 2 times to see a review.
Yeah.
A replay. Throw the fucking knee and knock people out, man.
Yeah.
Fuck. It's a fight.
Yeah, if you can head kick somebody, you should be able to knee them too. I mean, no matter where they're at. So.
Penalty kick, I'm against also, not only because of penalty kick.
Well, yeah, the punt, I can understand that one.
If the guy is kind of fresh, like I said, he shoot a takedown, you sprawl, he try to insist on a takedown, you stand and kick the guy's face. That's okay. But let's say the guy, you already knocked down the guy, he fall on his knees in front of you, and you kick the guy's face. Then you can kill some motherfucker with that shit.
Yeah, I understand that one, for safety.
Understand? For safety as a sport, right? But this knee situation, not, man. The guy can elbow you and slice your face on the ground from your guard. You cannot knee from there.
No.
In a situation that he can defend, even in a knee. If he lifted his hand up, he put one hand on the ground, the other one, he defend his face. Right?
Yep. All right, let's switch gears a little bit. Since my last podcast, we've had a couple of tournaments with the team. So how did those tournaments go? You had America's Cup, and then
we had Pan Ams. We had Jiu-Jitsu by the Bay, and we had U.S. American Cup.
Yeah. So
combined these 3 tournaments together, we had more than almost 40 medals.
Wow, nice.
Yes, like 12 or 14 medals on BJJ by the Bay, or more, because only Gina got 4 golds on the BJJ by the Bay. Yeah. Both her divisions, gi and no gi, open weight and her weight. So that was 4 golds. And then we had Pan Ams, we had Antonio 3rd place and Sarah Pan American champion, so 2 medals on the Pan Ams. Then we had Brian and Andrew competing on Pan Ams really well, also getting winning matches and losing by this little and fighting great, the highest level. Saturday 3 matches and Pan American champion. Jiu-Jitsu by the Bay, a lot of new people competing. The new guys competing really well. Someone of them get medals. And little Wendy there get gold. Another people get gold. It was good. The American Cup was great. I compete on Pan Ams also right after Bellator because I'm hungry to compete. And all these tournaments that when I was on the actually Jiu-Jitsu circuit, younger, when I was like 20 something, black belt in Jiu-Jitsu competing, blue, purple, all on the Jiu-Jitsu circuit. I never had a chance to come here and compete at Pan Ams and Worlds in the United States. It was very hard for me in Brazil, come from Brazil to here. So there is 2 specific tournaments that are gonna be on my schedule forever all my life now.
Good.
Pan Ams and World Masters and these big tournaments that I always dreamed to compete and I couldn't. And some tournaments on the area here also like US Open, American Cup. I really like to compete Jiu-Jitsu. That's for me now. I do it for fun and to have fun and to enjoy good moments with my soldiers on the arena. And that keep my mind sharp and my awareness sharp to my MMA fights. That is exactly the focus of my career now, right?
Good.
Jiu-Jitsu I do because I really love roll and training. Competes for me is go there and learn. Competitions for me are like a workshop. I go there, I watch good fights, and I see what is happening of new, or what's that new that I don't like, what's something that I see different, I like it, I can study that. It's about study, right? So for like it's like you go to a tournament, it's a laboratory, it's a lab. You go there and you watch and you see and you can have I have a good eagle eyes to watch that and try to pick some good stuff for me or for my students, or something that gonna help one of my specific that thing I have to show for my specific student, or the other thing for the other one, or this shit here gonna help me or gonna help I like to do that, to study. I like to study fighting, and as I always have our program here, a lot of people competing. For me, this is really important.
Good.
I really like it.
Yeah, I got to get back to competing. I keep saying that, but they're always on fucking Sundays. You know, if I ever change my schedule at work, I'll be able to compete more. But until that point, it's rough.
Stay with the computer on the arena, Then you go back, fight, go there, fight, go back to the computer, work. Our second match, go there, fight, beat someone, go back.
I wish I could, but I can't. If I get like that important case, I got to stay on it.
I know.
That's the problem. Actually, speaking of jiu-jitsu just in general, I met up with a guy I met actually on my other podcast. Guy's name is James Gavsey. He's a really cool guy. He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. He's about to get his 3rd stripe, his black belt. Mm-hmm. And he wrote a book on anti-bullying. And he semi-controversial book, but I need to read it. But we're going to have him back.
Why controversial?
Well, because he comes at it from like a different way on basically how to defend yourself against bullies instead of how to avoid.
You go there and you're gonna beat the shit out of them. Yeah, that's it. What I have to do with bullies, man. As I talk with the parents of the kids of jiu-jitsu programs. They need to understand. So the only way to avoid bully and run from a bully, you're gonna have to run forever.
Yeah.
Until the day you're gonna go there and beat the shit off this fucker, and then you have your freedom. Maybe you're gonna have a trouble in your school and you have a suspension or something, but other than that, your heart, your soul, gonna feel good because you defended yourself and you don't need to live in fear anymore. Fear is a prison. So if you live in fear, live in a prison. And avoid a bully is something that avoid the fear and hide from that. When you hide from that, you can fight back. Yeah. And this is the worst for kids. Because every situation they have in trouble in their life gonna teach them how to avoid that, how to run from that. And sometimes instead of pursue a dream or pursue a way, each adversity on that way, his mental program about it gonna make the human being avoid the fight, avoid the not the fight or physical fight, but fight in general, confrontation in general, So and then you're gonna create passive, dominated, like a cheap people, that cheap like the animal, like a lamb or something.
The lamb?
Cheap.
Oh, sheep. Gotcha.
Sheep.
Yeah, you meant cheap.
Yeah.
So I don't speak Portuguese, so it's all good.
Yeah.
Like if I spoke Portuguese,
Ovelha,
it'd be worse
yeah.
than your English. So
Sheep.
It's all-
Like a sheep that is easy to control, just need to drive, they don't
Yeah,
think,
yeah.
you know. Not telling you that you have the kid has to go there and be exactly like bullies are cowards, so the cowards need some lessons sometimes.
They do, and I think a lot of bullies, they know who they can bully and who they can. If your kid has confidence, they're way less likely to be bullied than if they have like no confidence. Just people feed on that kind of stuff.
Yes.
I think that's what most people miss about bullies. They think that you can just avoid them, or you can have.
But I'm gonna tell you something. You know where start the bully?
Parents usually.
The parents.
Yeah.
Why start the bully on parents? Because parents build kids, don't build. They destroy kids' minds. They most of no, I don't know most, but let's say parents, not in general, but a lot of parents should tell in a nice way. Their way they try to control their kids and scare their kids from the world or something. They create a
They bully their own kids.
They bully their own kids. Because you're gonna be a shitty, you're doing shitty, you sucks, you this, you that. So the bully start home. So and then when this weak person, weak kid, that is bullied by their own father or mother that talk a lot of bullshit for a kid, and start a process to destroy the kid's self-esteem instead to grow a kid with good self-esteem. Understanding his differences, understand sometimes his limitations, but explaining his kid, his daughter, his son, how to act and defend and have a posture in life.
Yeah.
Kids to have a good posture need posture. Parents with posture. That's changing, and I think our society in general. I'm telling worldwide. I'm not telling American or Brazilian. I'm telling worldwide. The society need better parents in general.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think a
lot of people around the world. I see that in Brazil. I see here in America, probably in Europe. I never have too much time there, but I can see. But they need better parents to put more limits on the kids and understand, teach them better to be better citizens.
Yeah.
Sir, what the fuck is happening in this world? With this bomb shit. What the heck is
Oh,
that?
you talking about with Afghanistan?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, we've been in Afghanistan for a while. We never actually left. Everybody think we did for some odd reason. But there was a Green Beret got killed over there, so they decided to drop the largest conventional bomb that we ever made.
The mother of all bombs.
Yeah.
Moab, the name of the fucking bomb.
Yeah.
Shit.
The only way you can get a bigger blast is if you go nuclear or something like that. So
Yeah, it's the biggest non-nuclear bomb in the history of the humanity that was dropped there.
Yeah, they dropped it. It was basically in the middle of nowhere, where there was relatively no civilians. They say, but so they dropped this big ass bomb, and I don't understand the point. I mean, I sort of understand the point,
But they were I don't understand because they were fighting Russia and North Korea. Then they throw a bomb in Afghanistan. I don't understand this shit.
no, because there was a Green Beret that was killed in Afghanistan.
What is?
A Green Beret, it's like a special forces soldier.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so they decided to drop some big ass bomb, and then they also bombed Syria. So I don't know. It seems like they don't have a plan on what the fuck they're doing. Like I can understand if we had like a battle plan, like hey, bomb this, then do a soup up plan or some shit like that, or have like any kind of fucking plan. But it doesn't seem like they have a plan. They're just dropping random bombs. So I don't really agree with what they're doing.
I think he's trying to bully. Do a bully shit to this guy.
It's hard to bully when you just like randomly punch. It's like this is their version of bullying right now. It's like walking into a crowd of people and then punching a little kid in the face and just walking away.
Yeah.
It's like, did the kid learn anything? No. Did anybody in the crowd learn anything? Well, they learned you're a dick, but that's about it.
They hate you, and then when they can stab you on your back, they will.
Yeah.
That's the thing where making me worry now for the situations.
Yeah.
Because now this guy probably creating a situation. They're creating a worldwide rage against him.
Yeah, I mean.
So and then this is gonna create everything be excuse for somebody to do a crazy shit here around inside the country, some shit. You're gonna fire back or some stupid crazy act. You know what I mean? And it's crazy.
Well, we needed some action, especially I think Syria was a long time coming. But
yes.
Again, like I said, we really needed a plan. Like in Syria, we bombed them because they gassed their own people.
Well, I'm not a war guy. I'm a man war guy. I'm a warrior, real warrior. But this kind of stuff. You've been there before us. I'm very curious about all the situation. I think we have some conversation. before.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we need to use the
Don't
UN
you
more.
think the United States is a country that they can organize a really siege specific? Okay, we need to take this guy, go there, organize and do it, but without do all this destruction, all this alarm, all this stuff, you know, that they can go there and kill everybody on ISIS because this ISIS piece of shit, they should die painfully, slowly and hurtfully because they are criminals, you know. Same way for me, George Bush should die for what he did on his campaign there. He destroyed a fucking country for shit, don't have nothing there, no bomb, no chemical, no shit. To kill another shit that was that fucking Saddam Hussein. So it's a lot of shit persons that control this fucking world trying to build a lot of bullshit, killing innocent civilians. That's what pissed me off on this whole fucking situation.
Well, yeah, I mean, we just need to utilize the UN more. I think we need more of a peacekeeping force and humanitarian efforts other than just using military for solutions. Because to be honest with you, the military, our military is not a peacekeeping force.
No.
We're a very sharp stick that will poke the shit at anything, but we're not there to fix it. Yeah. Well, it's a military solution, which means blowing shit up. But we need like a peacekeeping force and humanitarian efforts. What they need, the civilian populace there, is they need humanitarian
fix the problem on that places.
Yeah.
Not destroy the place. Is fix the problem there.
And part of fixing is going to be destroying some stuff, but you also need to help fix it. Which that's what we didn't do at all.
No.
So that's
all. Because it's a oil shit, right? They want the fucking oil.
No shit.
Hassan, tournaments, jiu-jitsu. We're gonna have more this year. I think this is our program here is getting a level now very interesting for some guys being placing in big tournaments and competing at a high level. Some blue belts.
Hey, no toe holds as a white belt. Stop. What the fuck, man?
Antonio, you cannot do that as a white belt, Antonio.
Can't do the blue belt either.
Thank you.
Sorry.
That is just brown belts, Antonio.
Yeah, he keeps going.
Antonio, not everybody see you can do. Not everything you see you can do. Thank you.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
I was just like I couldn't
prevent
let it
some accident. Here. So and then these guys are competing and gaining gold medals and tournaments like American Cup, US Open, BJJ by the Bay. These we medal many places. So now we have World Champion Gina, we have Pan American Champion Sarah, third place Antonio.
Ladies bringing it home.
Ladies bringing home. All this tournament locals here, American Cup, we have many champions, US Open, many champions. And our tournaments are local, but the level are high because they have 3-4 matches, and these guys go to compete in all this level of worlds. Northern California now is one very, very good and high level jiu-jitsu place. Bay Area and special here is a place that have a high level of jiu-jitsu now.
Catching up to San Diego. No.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can guarantee you.
Take it easy, man.
Maybe not in quantity of. Maybe not in quantity.
Yeah, but it's quality. We have quality.
Yeah. We have really good fighters here, really good competitors here in different academies.
Yeah.
Have good academies, and it's nice. I like the way it goes, and our program are running on a good pace also here. Thank you guys to put an effort on the Red Jungle here.
Yeah. Congratulations everybody who was competing. Thank you for bringing home the medals, and just thanks for competing in general and really challenging yourselves. Because I know for a lot of you white belts that are listening to this from the gym, it's your first tournaments that just came, and whether you won or lost, I'm sure you learned something. If you lost, you probably learned more. So,
yes.
Remember where you fucked up and fix it. And talk to obviously Mauricio or any other higher belt, and we'll help you out with whatever deficiencies you might have.
Exactly, guys.
Yeah. All right, so I got to go pick up my daughter. So thank you, Mauricio.
Lily's here?
No. She already left. But I got to get Riley.
Oh, yeah.
Got 2 kids now.
Now we have 2 daughters. Yes. How's Riley?
She's good, man.
She's good. When is Lily coming to summer break?
Mid-June. Yeah.
Mid-June?
Mid-June should be good.
Good.
Should be training again.
Jiu-jitsu through the veins, man.
All right. Later, y'all.
Valeu, Hassan.